Hello, my name is Jose Hernandez from Chrysalis Aging, and I wanted to talk about building trust with our loved ones living with dementia or cognitive changes. Now, building trust is very important because if we don't have trust or if we don't maintain trust with our loved one, then they may undergo certain behavioral changes that can be difficult to deal with, such as aggression, irritation, anxiousness, hesitancy, and maybe aggression. I think I already said aggression. Uh, anyways, they may be resistive to you. And so when you build trust, you minimize the risk of these behaviors becoming um, a consistent part of the day. Now, one of the ways to overcome this is to have a consistent care routine. Sometimes with some of my clients, I'll talk to them and ask them, uh, how does the day look? And they say, well, it depends. Sometimes he'll watch TV, they go to take a nap, maybe we have a snack, and then maybe we sit down and talk a little bit, and then that's the day. And that's not uh, a bad plan, but it's very generalized. Instead, having a care routine can make things a little bit more predictable and structured for your loved one. If they know when they wake up, if they're already used to taking showers in the morning, they kind of already are familiar with, oh, okay, in the morning I take showers. And then they eat breakfast at a certain time. Sometimes with some clients, one day it's at 9, the next day it's at 8, then it's at 11. Sometimes they skip breakfast, and so on. So having a consistent time, more or less, when breakfast is about to occur, that can help a lot more with predictability. Let's say from 8 to 9, it's usually breakfast. The only time it's not is for a doctor's appointment, or they're feeling really sick and under the weather, or maybe they slept really late because of an event. But having that routine, okay, from 8 to 9, we try to have breakfast. From 9 to 10, we try to take a shower, or at least change clothing. Um, and then from 10 to 11:30, we do an activity. Maybe it's going outside in the garden, or even just sitting outside, and so on. Then you have lunch from, let's say, 12 to 1:30, and then you maybe have a afternoon nap for 30 minutes between 1:30 to 2:30. But you have a general idea of what the day is going to entail. And every day doesn't have to be exactly the same. What I like to recommend is to keep each day slightly different. Let's say every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you go outside in the backyard and feed birds and you just bird watch. But every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, maybe you go in the front, and you just watch people go by. It's a different scenery, it's a different routine that's slightly different, but more or less similar. And that way, it kind of promotes each day to be a little bit different, and it adds something new throughout the week. Um, so, having a consistent care routine is really important. It adds predictability, it adds stability for your loved one. They already know more or less what to expect. And for you as a care partner, it makes it a lot easier and less stressful because you're not trying to just get through the day. You have a plan, you have a some form of guide. It may not always work out. You may have to move things around, but it gives you something to work with. You're not just kind of winging it half the time. And when we wing it, sometimes it works really, really well, and sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, we can tend to be a bit more discouraged a lot more easily. So when you're trying to build trust with your loved one, you want to just try to keep things as consistent and as stable and predictable as possible. This will help ease their mind. If every day is different, extremely different, and if every day the what occurs is very, very abnormal, there's no routine for them, it may lead them to be a little bit stressful or stressed. We are creatures of habit. I tend to take the same streets to go around certain parts of the city. I tend to do a very similar morning routine. Even if I try to avoid some bad habits, I tend to still fall into that routine because I'm used to that routine. So, having a consistent care routine that is healthy, that is engaging, and that is flexible and realistic for both of you is very important, and that can help you be less stressed, which decreases your frustration and stresses, and it helps your loved ones feel a bit more relaxed because their day is a little bit more predictable. Even better, you can have a calendar or like a whiteboard, like over here, and you can say 10 o'clock, shower, 11 o'clock, gardening, 12 o'clock, lunch. And so you can kind of scratch out things throughout the day and say, and then they can always look at the routine and say, oh, it's almost lunchtime. That means we're going to eat. And then you eat. But that gives you additional feedback as well. It gives your loved ones some form of guidance in what to expect to happen later in the day. If they see that the shower is until 6 and it's already 3 o'clock and they say, you know what, I think I want to take a shower right now. I don't feel well. You can take a shower right then and there. So you can adjust the routine a little bit, but having some form of routine is really, really important for you and your loved one. I hope this video was very helpful. Comment down on ways that you guys uh, follow some form of routine. What do you do for your routine? And how does that routine help you with trust? Do you guys use a routine or do you not? Why or why not? Sometimes everybody's different. Well, all the time, everybody's different. So share your experiences. Share what's worked for you. Maybe it might work for someone else too. Be sure to like, subscribe, and keep following me. Follow my links for my social medias. Um, and I hope this is helpful, and I'll keep trying to bring in more content to help aging in place and dementia care topics. Thank you.